Homeopathic Pharmacopeia. Um, ph- so already we dealt that Pharmacopeia is the authoritative book published by any
Sir, can
authority.
you enlarge the screen, sir?
Sir,
Enlarge the screen, sir. Last week we had full screen.
okay, sir.
Last time we had full screen, sir. Any possibility like that? The last time setting we had full screen, sir. I think now okay, sir. You can continue, sir.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
hello. So,
Yes, sir.
full screen అవట్లేదు సార్, అది కొద్ది ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది.
Okay, now I think it's okay, sir.
ఓకే 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 ఓకే. So pharmacopoeia is the book. Actually, it is a book. Pharmacopoeia means book. Pharmacy means practical part. So we conduct practical by considering pharmacopoeia. So pharmacopoeia is authoritative book. Authoritative book. So so it is a published in the Gazette of the India. So who publishes this pharmacopoeia in India? Pharmacopoeia Committee of Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee of the India. Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee of the India. So for this Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee of India, so we have a little bit life history of Dr. Kishan Gopal Saxena. Kishan Gopal Saxena, shortly known as Dr. KG Saxena, sir. So he is a advisor, homeopathic physician, and homeopathic advisor to 6 presidents of India after independence. He is advisor to 6 presidents of India. Before that, also he fought for homeopathy, development of homeopathy and homeopathic bill in 1937. In front of he made a garao, he made a dharna in front of National Assembly, means now it is the Parliament of India. Okay, to discuss regarding homeopathic homeopathic system, homeopathic council. He fought for that in 1937 only. 1937. He met Jinnah, and he met several freedom fighters like Gandhi, Rajendra Prasad, and uh, Ambedkar ji, etc., etc. But then the government is run by Britishers, so they haven't accepted to have a homeopathic bill. But the bill was passed with 8 votes. So the bill was rejected in 1937. In 1937. So after independence, after he became advisor to first president of India, homeopathic advisor to first president of India. He made request to have a bill, homeopathic bill, in the parliament. So several discussions were made in the parliament, in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in 1956, to set up a homeopathic pharmacopoeia committee. To set up a homeopathic pharmacopoeia committee, but they were all become futile. But after 10 years, after 6 years, okay, in 1962, when uh, Radhakrishnan Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan became president of India, he he made to form a homeopathic pharmacopoeia committee. A bill he passed a bill to form a homeopathic pharmacopoeia committee. So in 1956, discussions are made to make a pharmacopoeia committee in India, homeopathy pharmacopoeia committee in India. Later, it was become a true in 1962. So 1962, a bill was passed. A pharmacopoeia committee was set up. A pharmacopoeia committee was set up. Government of India constituted a homeopathic pharmacopoeia committee under the chairmanship of Dr. B.K. Sarkar. Under the Dr. B.K. Sarkar, SAR, Sarkar. So there are two Sarkars. One is CAR. That Sarkar is different, and BK Sarkar, SAR is different. So big under the chairmanship of BK Sarkar, first homeopathy pharmacopoeia committee was published in India. Okay. So later, first volume of homeopathy pharmacopoeia was published in 1971. In 1971, and so far 11 pharmacopoeia volumes are published in India. Okay, first pharmacopoeia committee when it was published in 1971. In 1971. Okay, how to remember it? So Pakistan and India war 1971
మ్యూట్ చేసుకో,
to
ఆన్ లో ఉంది. ఎవరికి చెప్తుందో వేద?
hello. So in 1971, first volume of homeopathy pharmacopoeia was published. That first volume of homeopathy pharmacopoeia contains 180 monographs. 180 monographs. So that is the history of development of homeopathy pharmacopoeia of India in India. Okay. So main 5 points you have to remember regarding homeopathy pharmacopoeia of India. So 1956, several discussions are made on homeopathy in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha after the request to presidents of India like Babu Rajendra Prasad and Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. In 1962, the government of India constituted homeopathy pharmacopoeia committee under the chairman of Dr. B.K. Sarkar, and 1971 first volume of Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India was published, and it contains 180 monographs. So this volume 1 is very important for MCQ. So who is the chairman of first volume of Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia of India? Then your answer should be Dr. B.K. Sarkar. SARKR, Sarkar. So how many monographs? How many monographs it contains? It means 180. So 180 monograph means a graphical picture of the drug. So entire graphical picture of the drug. So means 180. Hello? 180 monographs means 180 drugs. 180 drugs are standardized. 180 drugs are standardized and they are published. Okay. So how to prepare the medicines? How to prepare these 180 medicines are given in Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India. Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India. Okay. So what is monograph? Graphical picture of one drug for regarding collection, regarding preparation, regarding standardization, regarding quality control, regarding dispensing, regarding external applications, regarding posology, regarding combining and compounding. Okay, all these contain in homeopathic pharmacopoeia. So there are three MCQs in this, very important. One is, first volume is published in 71, and who is the chairman? BK Sarkar. How many monographs are present? Then it answer should be 180 monographs are present. 180 monographs are present. So this chapter is purely memory based chapter. Memory based chapter. You have to read many times. Okay, don't by heart. So first one, pharmacopoeia. Coming to the definition, pharmacopoeia. So what is pharmacopoeia? It is the highest authoritative book, supreme authoritative book published by any authority. What is the authority in India? Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee. Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee. So this Pharmacopoeia Committee is formed by Government of India. Already I told, in 1956 discussions are made. In 1962, Government of India formed a Pharmacopoeia Committee under the chairmanship of BK Sarkar, and in 1971 Pharmacopoeia first volume was published. So Pharmacopoeia Committee publishes the book. Okay, so one is, it is authoritative book, authoritative book or authorized book. Second point, who publishes? Pharmacopoeia, Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee of that country. In India, Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee of India. Committee of India. What it contains? Okay, simply you remember. So in definition, it is given as which deals with the scientific facts and logical attitude of the rules and regulations of standardization of drug substances, containing directions for collecting drug material, different sources, preparing, preserving, compounding, combining of various drugs. So leave all these things, Remaining 4 points regarding definition of pharmacopoeia, homeopathic pharmacopoeia. One point is, it is authoritative book. Write down now itself. It is highest authoritative book published by any government, or any authority of that country. Who is the authority in our country? Homeo, Home, India. Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee is the authority of the government of India. Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee. So what it contains? Only rules and regulations. Only rules and regulations. So for what? For preparing medicine. For preparing medicine. For preparing medicine, what are the components are needed? For preparing curry, what are the components were needed? We go to the market. We select the curry. We clean the curry. We cut the curry. Okay. We prepare the curry. We standardize. We take sample, and we take the we test the taste of the curry. Okay, like that. You remember 4 points. Rules and regulations for preparing medicines, for standardization of medicine, for uh, collection of the drugs, for cleaning of the drugs, for and preserving the drug, etc., 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 etc. And and now, so I think all of you understand what is homeopathic pharmacopoeia. Homeopathic pharmacopoeia is an authoritative book published by any country or any authority. Okay, to what it contains: rules and regulations regarding preparation, identification, collection, standardization, preservation, and dispensing of the medicines. So go to definition of pharmacy. So what are the components present in the pharmacy? Identification, collection, cleaning, preservation, preparation, standardization, dispensing, etc., etc., and write in this definition. Okay, what is the difference between pharmacy and pharmacopoeia definitions? You have to write there. It is an art and science which deals with identification, preparation, preservation, standardization, collection, dispensing, etc., etc. But here in homeopathy pharmacopoeia, so only 2 points you have to remember. Another 2 points. It is an authoritative book. Pharmacopoeia is a authoritative book, sample book. So easy questions like this. Okay, టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ గైడ్ అలా కూడా క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతారు కొన్నిసార్లు. మహారాష్ట్ర వాళ్ళు కానీ సెర్చ్ చేశారంటే అలాంటి క్వశ్చన్సే ఉంటాయి ఎక్కువ. అది సో అథారిటేటివ్ book published by Pharmacopeia Committee of India, and it contains rules and regulations regarding identification, collection, preservation, and standardization, and preparation, compounding, combining, etc., etc. And now coming to the history and development of homeopathic pharmacy. History and evolution. Evolution means development of pharmacopoeia. So there is no separate book for pharmacopoeia in pharmacy. There is no separate book for pharmacopoeia in pharmacy. Okay, so major source books of the Hahnemann, source Hahnemann written books. Okay, main books. All these are so source books for pharmacy itself as well as pharmacopoeia. Pharmacopoeia. So okay, so what are the major books written by Hahnemann in 1796? An essay on curative principles of the drugs regarding an essay on ascertaining the curative principles of the drug. Okay, it contains potentization, the technique of potentization and drug proving, the technique of potentization and drug proving. And another one in 1805, okay, Fragmenta de viribus medicamentorum positivus sivin sano corpor humano observatis. Fragmenta de viribus medicamentorum. Medicamentorum means medicines. What type? So positive effects of civin sano corpor, humano corpor, human body. So the positive effects of the drugs which are observed after drug proving in human body. Observatis means observed. So drug proving is the source for the pharmacopoeia. Drug proving is also source for the pharmacopoeia. And what are other books? Organon of medicine. Suppose if you see Organon of medicine, aphorism 264 to aphorism 285 contains pharmacy only. Aphorism 264 to the in Organon of medicine, these aphorisms deal with A. Pharmacy, B. Metromedica, D. Organon itself, D. C. Both, D. None. Then answer should be pharmacy. What are the pharmacy aphorisms in Organon? 264 to 285. 264 to 285. Okay, regarding collection of the drug, regarding preparation of the drug, regarding potentization of the drug, regarding even drug proving also 105 to 145, 105 5 to 145 drug proving. Okay, even chronic diseases how to prepare mother tinctures of some of the drugs is given in chronic diseases. Even Mathematica Pura also how to prepare mother tinctures in old method. Okay, class 1, class 2, class 3 drugs preparation is given in Mathematica Pura. Okay, so these are source books for Pharmacopoeia of India. Pharmacopoeia of India. But how it is developed in the world? So first homeopathic pharmacopoeia is German homeopathic pharmacopoeia. German homeopathic pharmacopoeia. Okay, here in German homeopathic pharmacopoeia, you have to remember 3 points. German homeopathic pharmacopoeia, you have to remember 3 points. One is German homeopathic pharmacopoeia is the first homeopathic pharmacopoeia in the world. So this is the first homeopathic pharmacopoeia in the world. A. GHP. B. British Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia. C. HPI. D. HPS Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia United States. Then your answer should be German Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia. German Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia. Okay. So who published it? The first homeopathic pharmacopoeia published by Carl W. Caspary. Carl Carl dot W dot Caspary. Caspari. Caspary. Carl W. Caspary. So from where he published? Leipzig, Leipzig, Leipzig in 1825. These 3 points are very important MCQ, and GHP itself is a short notes for 5 marks. You have to write only 3 points. You have to write only 3 points. When it is published 1825, who published? Carl W. Caspary. What is the title of that book? What is the title of that book? Dispensatorium Homeopathicum. Dispensatorium Homeopathicum. Okay. So that is first homeopathic pharmacopoeia in the world. 1825. Next 1842. 1842. So after request of the Dr. Hahnemann, Dr. Jar, Jar, Jar published one homeopathic pharmacopoeia, that is Pharmacopoeia, Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia and Posology, published by Dr. Jar in 1842. In 1842. Okay. Later in 1870, the first British Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia. The first British Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia published by British Homeopathic Society, London. Published by British Homeopathic Society, London. So this is also very important MCQ. BHP, British Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia, was first published in 1870, 1872, 1882, 1898. Then your answer should be 1870. 1870. Who published British Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia? British Homeopathic Society, London. Artis and Clapp, London. Okay. Or Carl W. Caspary, or అమెరికన్ హోమియోపతి ఫార్మకోపియా, లేదంటే బోరిక్ అండ్ టాఫెల్ అలా అడుగుతారు. ఈజీ క్వశ్చన్. సో బ్రిటిష్ హోమియోపతిక్ సొసైటీ, లండన్. ఇన్ 1872, in 1872, Dr. Wilmer Schwabe, WILLMAR, Wilmer, SCHWABE, Wilmer Schwabe. Okay, he published one homeopathic pharmacopoeia, that is Pharmacopoeia Homeopathica Polyglottica. Pharmacopoeia Homeopathica Polyglottica. So then it is unofficial pharmacopoeia. Now it became an official pharmacopoeia in Germany. Okay, in India also Swabe potencies are they are preparing basing on Swabe pharmacopoeia, basing on Swabe potentization. Okay, సో మేము జర్మనీ మందులు ఇస్తాం అని యాడ్స్ ఇస్తుంటాం కదా, జర్మనీ మందులు ఏమీ లేదు, ఇండియాలోనే తయారవుతాయి, వాడు రాసుకుంటాడు జర్మన్ ఫార్మకోపియాని ఫాలో అయ్యి మేము ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తున్నాం అని చెప్పి. ఓకే, సో స్వాబే మెడిసిన్స్ నే జర్మనీ మందులు అంటాం మనం. 1872. సో వెన్ హీ పబ్లిష్డ్ 1872, డాక్టర్ విల్మర్ స్వాబే ఫార్మకోపియా హోమియోపతికా పాలిగ్లటికా. ఓకే, సో homeopathic pharmacopoeia, polyglotica means number of drops. Poly means many, and glotta means drops, number of drops. So his title is like that. Okay, now 1882, American Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia, published by Borick and Tafel. So this is also unofficial. They persons Borick and Tafel, they published, not published by American government. So New York, Philadelphia. And 1897, the first pharmacopoeia of the American Institute of the Homeopathy. The first pharmacopoeia of the American Institute of the Homeopathy. And 1898, Pharmacopoeia Homeopathic Franchise. So this is the Pharmacopoeia of France. Pharmacopoeia Homeopathic Franchise. And in 1901, the second edition of American Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia, the second edition of American Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia, the title was changed. The title was changed, and it is recognized as official pharmacopoeia. The title was changed into Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of United Nations, United States. Sorry, Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of the United States, HPUS, HPUS. And now coming to the last one, in 1971, Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India. In 1971, Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India. So that is volume 1. That is volume 1. So who published Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India first volume? Published by Pharmacopeia Committee, Homeopathic Pharmacopeia Committee of India. Who was the chairman? Dr. B.K. Sarkar, SARKR. Who was the chairman? B.K. Sarkar. So how many monographs it contains, or how many drugs it contains? 180. 180 drugs are it contains. 180 drugs it contains. Okay. So now coming to the Homeopathic Pharmacopeia of India. Now coming to the Homeopathic Pharmacopeia of India. Homeopathic Pharmacopeia of India included in second schedule of Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940. Second schedule of Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940. So in the British India, this act was enacted in the Parliament. So when it is enacted in 1940, in 1940. So since 1940, it is included in homeopathy medicines are included in second schedule of Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940. Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940. But after independence, they are amended. The rules are amended, and again Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India included in Drugs and Cosmetic Act, okay, 1940. Amendments 1948. Amendments 1948, 1956, 1954, 1955, even in 2013, even in 2025, even in 2025 also some amendments are made. Some amendments are made. Okay. Now coming to the second point, in 1956, proposal to set up Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee was initiated. So I told, after several requests to Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad sir and Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, okay, they made several discussions in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, okay, uh, regarding homeopathic system. Okay, so that is the first initial step, okay, to patronize homeopathy in India. Patronize homeopathy in India. Later, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, who is the stance follower of homeopathy, who is the stance lover. Even Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad also very much uh, lover of homeopathy. So that is why they encouraged. They encouraged. Okay. So any complaint, any complaint, any health issues come, okay, they consult Dr. Kishan Gopal Saxena. So that is why they believed homeopathy. They believed homeopathy. Okay, they believed it is very good system. It will become a boost to the Indian society. Okay, Indian people. So that is why we should encourage. Okay, so that is why they constituted a Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee under the chairmanship of Dr. B.K. Sarkar, very renowned physician in West Bengal. Very renowned physician in West Bengal. After after death of Zakir Hussain, he became advisor to the President of India. So he is advisor, first advisor on homeopathy to sixth President of India, Kishan Gopal Saxena. Kishan Gopal Saxena or KV Saxena. Okay. So after constitution of the Pharmacopoeia Committee in 1962, so 62 to 71. 62 to 71. Okay. So in 71, BK Sarkar published a book that is Pharmacopoeia, Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India, the first volume, Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India, first volume. Okay. So how many drugs it contains? Monographs. Monographs means the directions and specifications for each drug in a single page. Mono means single. Graph means graphical picture. Graphical. So every point. Suppose if it is a plant medicine. Suppose Strychnos naxvamica. Strychnos naxvamica. That is full name of the drug. Full name of the drug. Okay. But name of the remedy with abbreviation. Name of the remedy with abbreviation. So what is the name? Strychnos naxvamica. What is the abbreviation? NUX-V. Nux or NV. NV. We abbreviate it as a NV. Nux-V. Okay, Naxvamica. So botanical name, full name, botanical name. What is the full name? Strychnos naxvamica. Strychnos naxvamica. So family. Okay, its common name, its description, how the plant present, where it is present, and now what is the part used? Naxvamica seed. Seed is used. Naxvamica seed is used. So what is the macroscopical structure of that plant? What is the macroscopical structure of that seed? And structure, identification steps. So what is the alkaloid of Naxvamica? Strychnine. So strychnine and brucine are present in present as alkaloids in Naxvamica. So this is the main alkaloid of Naxvamica. Then your answer should be brucine. 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 80% of the Naxvamica contain brucine as an alkaloid. Brucine as an alkaloid. So strychnine. Strychnine is the main alkaloid of. So we know strychnos naxvamica, but it never contains strychnine more. It contains only brucine. So where it is present in the seed, Okay. So make the seed into a pulp, add chemical, okay, and extract the brucine. Extract the brucine separately, extract the strychnine separately by some advanced physical techniques. By some advanced physical tests. So distribution. Distribution where Naxvamica grows. So Naxvamica grows in Andhra Pradesh. It grows in Araku Valley. Okay, in India it grows in Himalayan regions. Okay, so చలి ఎక్కడ ఎక్కువ ఉంటే అక్కడ పెరుగుద్ది. So history and authority. Who discussed Naxvamica regarding it as a plant medicine? Okay, so that history and who is the authority to? Who is that author? First described regarding it as a plant medicine. How it should be prepared? How to prepare mother tincture of Naxvamica by percolation or by mold method, etc. How to store and how to what are the cautions, what are the advices, and what are the precautions. Okay, so all these things present present in a single page regarding Naxvamica as a drug. Okay, so that is known as monograph. Okay, so monograph itself is a MCQ. Monograph is directions and specifications for each drug in a single page is called monograph, seismograph, like that. They may ask. Okay, so monograph means directions and specifications for preparation of drug and preservation of drug, okay, are in a single page is known as monographs. So how many monographs we have in volume 1? Volume 1 published in 1971. How to remember? India and Pakistan war. Okay, who is the chairman? Dr. BK Sarkar. How many monographs are published? 180 monographs are published. And coming to the volume 2, it is published in 1974. It is published in 1974. Okay. So who is the chairman of second volume? Dr. Jugal Kishore. Dr. Jugal Kishore. Jugal Kishore. Jugal Kishore. 100 monographs. 100 monographs. So all these points are important for MCQs. Okay. So remember, read daily. Volume 3. So 74, how you remember 74? Atomic explosions. First time atomic explosions under the Prime Ministership of Prime Ministership of Srimati Indira Gandhi. Okay. Volume 3, 78. Dr. Jugal Kishore. Volume 3, 78. Again, Dr. Jugal Kishore. Dr. Jugal Kishore. How many monographs are published? 105 monographs. How many monographs are published? 105. Volume 4. Volume 4, 1984. Volume 4, 1984. Again, Dr. Jugal Kishore. Jugal Kishore. 60 monographs. 60 monographs, including 4 nosodes. 60 monographs, including 4 nosodes. Okay. But in the middle of this publication of this fourth volume, he expired. Dr. Jugal Kishore expired. So immediately after that, Dr. Diwan Harishchand, Dr. Diwan Harishchand became chairman of the Pharmacopeia committee, and he published 47 monographs. He published 47 monographs. So total, how many monographs? 107 monographs. How many monographs? 107 monographs. So another MCQ in this. Okay. Volume 4 was published by who is the chairman of Volume 4 of Homoeopathic Pharmacopoeia Committee? Volume Chairman of Pharmacopeia Committee to publish Volume 4 is A. Jugal Kishore, B. Devan Arishan, C. Both, D. None. Then your answer should be both. Both Jugal Kishore and Devan Arishan published the Volume 4. And another important MCQ, no sources are given in nosodes, NOSODS, nosodes. What are nosodes? Nosodes are diseased products to prepare homeopathic medicines. To prepare homeopathic medicines. Suppose a fellow suffering with gonorrheal discharge. Okay, that discharge is taken as a stock medicine, and it is diluted with 99 grams of sugar of milk or 99 drops of alcohol, then it becomes 1C of that no salt. So 100 times and 200 times or 300 times, 500 or 1000 times, then it becomes 1 m of that no salt. So that no salt is known as medorinum. Suppose a fellow is suffering with scabies, that scabies disease or eczema disease discharge, or skin eruption discharge is taken as a stock medicine 1 gram and 99 grams sugar of milk or 99 drops alcohol, then it becomes 1C. So again 1C 30 times. If it is diluted 30 potency, if it is diluted 200 or 1000 times, then it becomes surinum 1M. Surinum 1M. So how to prepare nosodes are given in dash volume of Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of India. Then your answer should be volume 4. Volume 4. So 84, you have to remember 84. So death of Indira Gandhi. Death of Indira Gandhi. Okay. Next volume 5, 87. Volume 5, 87. Again, Dr. Diwan Harishchan. Diwan Harishchan. 114 monographs. 114 monographs. Volume 6, 1990. Volume 6, 1990. Dr. Diwan Harishchan. Again, 104 monographs. Again, 104 monographs. And volume 7, 1999. 1999, Dr. K.P. Muzumdar. Dr. K.P. Muzumdar, 105 monographs. 105 monographs. Volume 8. Volume 8. 2000. Volume 8. 2000. Dr. K.P. Muzumdar. Dr. K.P. Muzumdar. 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 Homeopathic pharmacy, the science of homeopathic pharmaceutics. A book is written by Dr. K.P. Majumdar, a short book. Okay, so that is the first book in homeopathy pharmacy in India. Later, K.P. Mandal and Mandal, D.D. Banerjee, etc., came, but this short book is the first one. Okay, we used to prepare that book only. K.P. Majumdar, Volume 8, 2000. K.P. Majumdar, 101 monograph, and Volume 9, 2006. Volume 9, 2006. Dr. S.P. Singh. Dr. S.P. Singh, 100 monographs. 100 monographs. Okay. And Volume 10. Volume 10. 2013. 2013. Dr. S.P. Singh. Dr. S.P. Singh, 101 monographs. 101 monographs. And recently one volume is published, that is Volume 11. Volume 11, 2025. 2025 publishing year. Who is the chairman of Volume 11 Pharmacopeia Committee? Dr. Prakash L. Hegde. Prakash L. Dot Hegde. 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 Dr. Prakash L. Hegde. Volume 11. Only 68 monographs. Only 68 monographs. Okay. So monographs can contain in case of plant kingdom, name of the remedy with abbreviation, botanical name, family, common names, description, part used, macroscopical study, identification test, distribution, history and authority, preparation, storage, caution. Okay. Suppose a question is given for 5 marks. Discuss about homeopathic pharmacopoeia of India. Discuss about homeopathic pharmacopoeia of India. Then you have to write about all these volumes. All these volumes. Volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, up to volume 11. Okay. That is sufficient. That is sufficient. If the question is for essay, okay, you have to write about monographs also. So what are what are the contents in monographs regarding plant kingdom, regarding chemical? Okay, in case of chemical sources, name with abbreviation. Name with abbreviation. Suppose natrium muriaticum. Natrium muriaticum. So name is natrium muriaticum. Natrium muriaticum. Okay. What is the abbreviation? What is the abbreviation? NaCl. NaCl. Okay. So nat more. NAT nat dot m m dot NAT dot m m nat more. Natrum muriaticum. The full name of the Natrium muriaticum or common salt is natrium muriaticum. So NAT, abbreviation is NAT dot M. NAT dot M. What is the symbol? NaCl. NaCl. Okay. So again molecular weight. Molecular weight. And English name. English name. What is the English name for natrium muriaticum? Natrium is Latin. Okay, English name is common salt. Common salt or sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. So description. So what is the color? It is a crystalline solid. Okay, etc. etc. How to identify? What are the identify tests? What are the reactions? What are the litmus tests? It is acidic or base or um, acid, acid or neutral or base. Okay, and regarding essay, remaining test. Okay, history and authority. First, who told it as a medicine? Okay, who is the other authoritative person? Okay, to give medicinal value of that natrium muriaticum, and how to prepare mother solutions, how to prepare mother solution. So Hahnemann's techniques. So preparation of mother solutions, Hahnemann's technique. So class 5A deals with the preparation of natrium muriaticum mother solutions. Okay. So one part of the drug is dissolved in 9 parts of the water, and one part of the drug is dissolved in 99 parts of the uh, so, uh, so uh, water, and later they are converted into dilutions by adding alcohol. So that is regarding preparation and where to store. So avoid direct sunlight, avoid dust, avoid heat, etc., etc. And caution. Okay. So alcohol contains every dilution contains alcohol. So store in a uh, amber colored bottles and screw corked caps should be there. Okay. So no evaporation should be no evaporation. Prevent evaporation, easy evaporation. Okay, because it contains alcohol. Alcohol is a evaporating. Alcohol is a evaporating substance. So all these uh, should be present in monograph. All these should be present in monograph. In case of animal kingdom, again, name and abbreviation, zoological name, family, common name, description, part used. What is the part used? Suppose, for example, plant kingdom, what is the part used in Azadirachta indica? They may ask this question in Viva because all of we know in allopathy or Ayurveda, they use whole plant. They use whole plant of the Azadirachta. But in homeopathy, bark of the tree, bark of the dried bark of the stem of the tree. Azadirachta should be used. Dried bark of the stem. Okay. So part used in Azadirachta is A. Dried bark of the stem, fresh bark of the root, dried bark of the root. Okay. Or old plant. Then your answer should be dried bark of the stem. Dried bark of the stem. So dried bark of the stem only contain more medicinal values. What is the alkaloid present in Azadirachta? Nimbin. 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 So in case of animal kingdom, name and abbreviation, zoological name, family, common name, description, part used, microscopic structure, distribution, history and authority, preparation, storage, caution, etc. In case of nosode, name with abbreviation, microbiological name, history and authority, biological distribution, sources of preparation of homeopathic drug, so how to prepare the nosode? Okay, how to prepare the nosode? So what is the source of preparation of homeopathic drug? Again, again go for homeopathic pharmacopoeia. So in India, four nosodes are given. Four nosodes are given in volume 4. So remember four nosodes and volume 4. Four nosodes, volume 4. Okay. So nosodes are given in volume 4. Who is the chairman of that volume 4? Volume 4, Jogal Kishore and Devan Arishin. Jogal Kishore and Devan Arishin. And description, cultural characteristics. Okay, where the microbe will be cultured, resistance and metabolism, biochemical relations, how to prepare the nosode, and storage, caution, etc. Storage, caution, etc. So all these should be given in monographs. Given in monographs. So again, description for monograph, name of the remedy should be Latin name. The name that is in common usage with homeopathic profession. The name that is in common usage with homeopathic profession. So for example, Polorina antidysentrica. Polorina antidysentrica is a Latin name. But common name with homeopathic usage is Kurchi, Kurchi. Kurchi. Like that, Andrographis paniculata. In Telugu, it is known as Nalavemu. In Telugu, it is known as Nalavemu. Andrographis paniculata. Okay, but it is commonly known as Kalmeg. 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 Okay, like that synonym for vegetable kingdom, the common name or regional names of the plant is used. The common name, the vegetable kingdom, the common name or regional names of the plant is used. For chemical kingdom, the alternative names are also given. The alternative names are also given. The official description, morphological description for the purpose of identification of the drug is given The macroscopic and macroscopic description of the source material given, and part used, original part used, fresh or dried part, season of the collection, age of the plant or should be given. Age of the plant or should be given. So there are some times to collect the medicines. Okay, sometimes. So it is also very important 5 marks question. Okay. So when to collect? Not in the early morning. Before sunrise. You have to collect all medicinal plants before sunrise, before sun dew. So when Hanumanji collected Sanjeevani, okay. So before sunrise. Okay. So some of the points regarding collection, general principles and specific rules are there in the textbook. So we deal in next class. Okay. So general principles, spoiled should be not collected. Healthy plants should be collected and should not be collected in summer. It should not be collected in rainy season. It should be collected in morning before sunrise. Okay, and they are collected. Suppose cactus is grown in our native place. Cactus grandiflorus. But what is the native place for cactus grandiflorus? What is the native habitat? Himalayan region. So Himalayan region, Cactus grandiflorus has many medicinal powers. Many medicinal powers. If you cultivate in your veranda or in your house premises, so it has no medicinal powers. You have to collect from their natural habitat. Okay. So season of the collection, age of the plant, etc., etc. And identification tests, even for plants or even for chemicals or even for animals, you have to identify the alkaloid, you have to identify the active principle alkaloid or vitamin or carbohydrate or resin or glycoside, etc., etc. Okay. So distribution, where it is distributed, soil and environment conditions in which the plant grows should be included. The title habitat is replaced by the word distribution. The title habitat is replaced by the word distribution. And authority and history. So who is the authority and history? The first prover is mentioned in first place and the remaining authorities in the alphabetical order. So who is the first person to give its medicinal values of that plant? Suppose Pliny, Dioscorides wrote many medicinal books. So if a plant, some XYZ plant is present in medicinal plant book, okay, written by Dioscorides. So then, who is the authority for that plant? Dioscorides is the authority for that plant. Okay, preparation. So there are two different methods to prepare homeopathic medicines. One is old method followed by one is new method, new uniform method followed by Americans and British. Americans and British. Okay. So why they rejected Hahnemann principles? Because after first, Second World War, so Britishers and Americans they rejected in every field, and they rejected Germany in every field. So that is why they rejected homeopathy also. They rejected homeopathic medicines, homeopathic preparatory methods. Okay, so that is why they formed new techniques. They formed new techniques to prepare mother tinctures. So that is why we rejected, because Britishers and Americans are big brothers. Okay, so that is why all over the world they are following new method only. So old Hahnemann methods are discarded and new uniform methods are encouraged. So what are the new methods? Percolation and maceration. And coming to the molecular weight, the molecular weight has been added before the figure in respect of the monographs belonging to the chemical drug. Caution. The word caution is replaced by the word not to be dispensed, not to be dispensed. So what type of drugs should not be dispensed? Narcotics, harmful drugs, okay, excise, excise duty drugs. Okay, these are all should be not to be dispensed, not to be dispensed. And coming to the homeopathic pharmacopoeia committee, is constituted with the following objectives. What are the objectives of homeopathic pharmacopoeia committee? So this is very important 2 marks question. When 2 marks questions are present, so this is very important question. So what is the objectives? ఓకే ఆశయాలు ఏంటి ఏం చేయాలనుకున్నారు వీళ్ళు టు ప్రిపేర్ ఫార్మకోపియా ఆఫ్ హోమియోపతిక్ డ్రగ్స్ whose therapeutic usefulness have been proved on the lines of American, German and British homeopathic pharmacopoeia. German, American and British homeopathic pharmacopoeia. Only we have proved the efficacy of the 1125 drugs only in homeopathy pharmacopoeia of India. Since 1971 to 2025, we proved or we standardized only 1125 drugs only. Okay, but we want more drugs and more drugs. So that is why we have to include drugs present in American homeopathic pharmacopoeia, German homeopathic pharmacopoeia, and British homeopathic pharmacopoeia. So that is why to prepare pharmacopoeia of homeopathic drugs whose therapeutic usefulness have been proved on the lines of American, German, and British homeopathic pharmacopoeia. And second point, to lay down principles and standards for the preparation of homeopathic drugs. To lay down principles and standards for the preparation of homeopathic drugs. So in the olden days, some physical in physics or chemistry or okay, so there are no advanced techniques, but nowadays we have advanced techniques like spectral analysis, okay, spectroscopy, thin layer chromatography, so gas chromatography, etc., 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 refractive index, okay, uh, uh, spiral analysis and spectroscopy, etc., etc. Okay, so all these techniques are used, and again to lay down how to prepare the medicines, how to standardize the medicines. Okay, so it is also the objective of homeopathy pharmacopoeia committee to lay down test of identity, quality, and purity with the advanced techniques, with the identify the quality and purity of the drug. So for identification tests and quality control tests, so according to the new advanced techniques. Such other matters as are incidental and necessary for the preparation of a homeopathic pharmacopoeia. అది సో ఏంటంటే అమెరికా వాళ్ళవి, జర్మన్ వాళ్ళవి, బ్రిటిష్ వాళ్ళవి కూడా మనం ఇండియన్ ఫార్మకోపియాలో యాడ్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఒకటి కొత్త అడ్వాన్స్డ్ టెక్నిక్స్ తో వాటిని స్టాండర్డైజ్ చేయాలి. అగైన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు స్టాండర్డైజ్, అగైన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రిపేర్ new principles, okay, for standard. And second thing, targets of homeopathic pharmacopoeia committee. Targets of homeopathic pharmacopoeia committee. Okay, approximately 1600 single drugs to be included in homeopathic pharmacopoeia of India. The committee has already laid down standards on 1019 drugs. 1019 drugs. ఓకే, ఇది ఒక 5-6 సంవత్సరాల క్రితం నోట్స్. ఇప్పుడేమో 1125 drugs. 1125 drugs. The present committee will achieve the following targets within the next 3 years. Standards of raw materials 120 per year. 120 per year. But it is not possible. Okay, we are seeing that. So when 10th volume is published, 2013. 2013. So 7 years plus 5 years. Total 12 years to publish 11th volume. To publish 11th volume. So how many drugs are standardized? 68 drugs. 12 సంవత్సరాలు కూర్చొని 68 డ్రగ్స్ ని స్టాండర్డైజ్ చేశారు. వీళ్ళ టార్గెట్ ఏంటి? 120 years, 120 drugs per year. 120 drugs per year. Okay. The committee shall complete publication of homeopathic codex for which materials is already available. సో ఉన్న వాటికి హోమియోపతిక్ కోడెక్స్ ఆర్ హోమియోపతిక్ ఫార్మకోపియా పబ్లిష్ చేయాలి ఉన్న వాటికి. ఫ్యూచర్ ప్లాన్స్. Revision of the standards already laid down by based on advancement in the scientific knowledge. So already I discussed. Okay. So already, so in 71 some of the drugs are standardized and they are published in volume 1, but the advancement of science is in 71 is different from advancement of science in 2025. So that is why revision of the standards previous of the previous drugs. Okay, 71 or 1820. So, and prepare a homeopathic codex, prepare a homeopathic pharmacopoeia, to prepare a homeopathic pharmacopoeia. So that is regarding homeopathic pharmacopoeia of India. That is regarding homeopathic pharmacopoeia of India, including history and evolution of homeopathic pharmacopoeia in the world, and including sources of the homeopathic pharmacopoeia, source of the homeopathic pharmacopoeia. And coming to the first one, German homeopathic pharmacopoeia. German homeopathic pharmacopoeia. So in German homeopathic pharmacopoeia, only 3 points you have to remember. 3 points. What are they? What are they? It is the first homeopathic pharmacopoeia published in the world. First homeopathic pharmacopoeia published in the world. Okay. What is the first homeopathic pharmacopoeia published in the world? Then your answer should be German homeopathic pharmacopoeia. Who published? Carl W. Kasperi. Carl W. Kasperi. Where he published Leipzig when it was published 1825. 1825. What is the title of that book? Dispensatorium Homeopathicum. Dispensatorium Homeopathicum. Okay. Again, in Germany, another one is there. Pharmacopoeia Homeopathica. Homeopathic Polyglottica. Pharmacopoeia Homeopathic Polyglottica. Okay, so that is also German homeopathic pharmacopoeia, but it is unofficial. Now it became official. Okay, so German homeopathic pharmacopoeia అంటే ఆ 3 పాయింట్లు రాస్తే సరిపోతుంది. అది హూ పబ్లిష్డ్ ఫార్మకోపియా హోమియోపతిక్ పాలిగ్లటికా. దీని గురించి ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి, ఫార్మకోపియా హోమియోపతిక్ పాలిగ్లటికా అని ఒక 5 మార్క్స్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి. పబ్లిష్డ్ బై వాన్ విల్మర్ స్వాబే. వాన్ విల్మర్ స్వాబే, SCHWABE, స్వాబే. From Leipzig, 1872. From Leipzig, 1872. So he published in 3 languages. It was published in 3 languages. So in German language by Wilmer Schwabe. German language it was published by Wilmer Schwabe. In English it was published by Sus Hahnemann. Sus Hahnemann. So Sus Hahnemann is grandson of our father of homeopathy, CFS Hahnemann, Christian Frederick Samuel Hahnemann, Sus Hahnemann. Okay, and it is published in French by Alphonse Knox. Alphonse Knox. It is official pharmacopoeia of Germany. It is official pharmacopoeia of Germany. Okay. Now, second English edition is published in 1880. Second English edition is published in 1880. The edition in 1979 includes spectral analysis. Includes spectral analysis. It is an advanced physical technique to standardize the medicines. To standardize the medicines. Now, British homeopathic pharmacopoeia. British homeopathic pharmacopoeia. So British and American homeopathic pharmacopoeia, they rejected German homeopathic pharmacopoeia. German homeopathic pharmacopoeia after Second World War. After Second World War. Okay. So first edition of British homeopathic pharmacopoeia was published in 1870. First edition of British homeopathic pharmacopoeia was published in 1870. So who published this book? British Homeopathic Society, London. British Homeopathic Society, London. So this is also very important MCQ. Several times it is asked as a MCQ in competitive exams. Even in recent APPSC exams for lecturers and medical officers, it was given. Okay. So for British Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia was published in dash 1870, 1876, okay, 1897, 1971. Okay, then your answer should be 1870. British Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia, first edition was published by British Homeopathic Society, London. And second edition was published in 1876. 1876. And third edition was published in 1882. 1882. But British Homeopathic Society has not recognized by the Royal Charter of Physicians and Surgeons of London. Royal Charter of Physicians and Surgeons of London. So BHP is not official pharmacopoeia till 1941. BHP is not official pharmacopoeia till 1941. So BHP is published by a society, not by government. So that's why it is an official pharmacopoeia since till 1941. Till 1941. So physicians and surgeons of Royal Charter. Royal means kingdom. Okay. So a society recognized by the kings. Okay. So MRCP, FRCS, London. So what are they? FRCS, Fellow of Royal Charter of Surgeons. MRCP, Member of Royal Charter of Physicians. Okay. So they recognize the Royal Charter of Physician Surgeons. They not recognized the Pharmacopeia, which is published by British Homeopathic Society, London. But Homeopathic Pharmacopeia of United States, HPHS, considered BHP as a reference authority for manufacture of mother tinctures, etc. So that is why BHP became official pharmacopoeia since 1941. Since 1941. So why they Britishers and Americans they recognized homeopathic pharmacopoeia because they rejected the German homeopathic pharmacopoeia after Second World War. సో సెకండ్ వరల్డ్ వార్ లో ఏమైందంటే జర్మనీ వాళ్ళకి అమెరికా బ్రిటిష్ వాళ్ళకి క్లాష్ వచ్చింది పడలేదన్నమాట వాళ్ళకి. అందుకనే మీవేమి మాకు అక్కర్లేదు, మేము తయారు చేసుకుంటాం అని చెప్పి వీళ్ళు సెపరేట్ అయిపోయారు అనమాట. అది సో బ్రిటిష్ హోమియోపతి pharmacopoeia considers the natural plant moisture as a solvent while preparing mother tinctures in new method by percolation and maceration. So this point is important. One is first volume, first edition was published in 1870. That point is you have to remember. Second point, it became official since 1941. Second point. And third point, BHP, British Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia, considers the natural plant moisture as a solvent. Considers the natural plant moisture as a solvent. So what it means in old method, okay, suppose if you want to prepare a mother tincture in class 1, mother tincture in a class 1. So there are 9 classes to prepare homeopathic medicines. Okay, they are followed by Hahnemann. సో హనుమాన్ గారు ఎలా మెడిసిన్స్ ప్రిపేర్ చేశారో అలా తయారు చేయాలంటే మనం క్లాస్ 1, క్లాస్ 2, క్లాస్ 3, క్లాస్ 4, క్లాస్ 5, క్లాస్ 6, క్లాస్ 7, క్లాస్ 8, క్లాస్ 9. సో క్లాస్ 1 to 4 ఏమో మదర్ టింక్చర్స్, క్లాస్ 5, 6 aqueous solutions, alcoholic solutions. The solutions prepared with water and solutions prepared with alcohol. And 7, 8, 9 are triturations. Triturations ఎలా చేస్తాం? 1 part of the drug, solid one, and 9 parts of the vehicle, or 1 part of the drug and 99 parts of the alcohol. Succussion. సో ట్రిచురేషన్ సక్కజన్ అది మనం సో ఓన్లీ ట్రిచురేషన్స్ 7, 8, 9 లో ఉంటాయి. 7, 8, 9 మదర్ టింక్చర్స్ ఏమో 1, 2, 3, 4. Mother tinctures are also not medicines. They are only drugs. They are only drugs. Okay. And 7 and 5 and 6 solutions. So solute plus solvent is solution. So if you dissolve a solute in a water as a solvent, then it is known as aqueous solution. If we dissolve a uh, solute in alcohol which is not soluble in water, dissolve in alcohol, then it is known as alcoholic solution. Then it is known as alcoholic solution. Okay, so they are different types. Okay, different types. One is a decimal solution, centesimal solution, and 50 millisimal solution. So decimal solution, the ratio is 1:9 or 1:, and centesimal 1:99, and in 50 millisimal the ratio is 1 in 50,000 times, 1 in 50,000 times. Okay, so there types of solutions are solutions అంటే డెఫినేషన్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఎలా చేస్తారు ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ రాయాలన్నమాట. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ బ్రిటిష్ హోమియోపతిక్ ఫార్మకోపియా కన్సిడర్స్ ద న్యాచురల్ ప్లాంట్ మాయిశ్చర్ యాజ్ ఏ సాల్వెంట్. ఓకే, సో ఇన్ క్లాస్ 1 we prepare mother tinctures. What is the ratio? 1:1. So one part of the juice added with one part of, suppose we got 100 ml of the juice from the plant, so we add 100 ml of strong alcohol, 100 ml of strong alcohol. So the preparation of mother tincture in class 1 is given in belladonna in metromedica, under the drug belladonna in metromedica pura. So the question may be asked as prepare mother tincture of belladonna, then you have to write all these 10 points. Prepare mother tincture of class 1. Okay, how we prepare? So first identify the sample of the drug, next clean the drug, next cut the drug into pieces. Okay, next take the mortar, add little quantity of water, and grind it with a pestle. Okay, make it into pulp, and take the pulp in a linen cloth and squeeze the juice. Suppose if you and one add alcohol in the ratio of 1:1, in the ratio of 1:1. So one part of the drug, suppose 100 ml you got, 100 ml juice you got, then add 100 ml of strong alcohol, and kept the mixture in a bottle, tightly corked. Okay, for 8 days. Okay, after 8 days, the solids will be settled at the bottom. The will be settled at the bottom because of gravitation, and later in the middle layer solids and liquid, and in the upper layer, super layer, the natant liquid. Natant means only liquid. The supernatant fluid. The super means top. నువ్వు సూపర్ అంటాం కదా, అంటే టాప్, అంటే బెస్ట్ అని అర్థం. ద టాప్ మోస్ట్, at the top most only liquid, natant means pure or single. Okay, only single liquid will be remained at the top, will be remained at the top. So that supernatant liquid should be separated, into another jar, into another jar. So so the process of settling the sediments at the bottom is known as sedimentation, and only supernatant liquid is formed at the top, so that process is known as sedimentation. Now what is the decantation? The supernatant liquid, the super only fluid, will be taken into another container without disturbing the sediment, is known as decantation. Okay, here direct plant is used to prepare the drug. టు ప్రిపేర్ ద డ్రగ్. దాంట్లోనే మాయిశ్చర్ ఉంటుంది, ప్లాంట్ అవని డ్రై అవని, అసలు అక్కడ మాయిశ్చర్ అనేది మనం కన్సిడర్ చేయము. మాయిశ్చర్ అనేది కన్సిడర్ చేయం. డైరెక్ట్గా జ్యూస్కి ఆల్కహాల్ కలిపేస్తాం, తర్వాత సెడిమెంటేషన్ చేస్తాం, తర్వాత డికాంటేషన్ చేస్తాం, తర్వాత ఫిల్టరేషన్ చేస్తాం, తర్వాత ఒక కంటైనర్లో వేసుకొని లేబుల్ చేసుకుంటాం. కంటైనర్ వేసి లేబుల్ చేస్తాం. కానీ ఇక్కడ పెర్కులేషన్ మ్యాస్టరేషన్లో బ్రిటిషర్స్ అండ్ అమెరికన్స్ దే రికమెండెడ్ కన్సిడర్ ద ప్లాంట్ మాయిశ్చర్ యాజ్ ఎ సాల్వెంట్. Consider the plant moisture as a solvent. When it is in fresh state, it contains water. The plant contains water. So that plant water percentage should be measured. Okay. So estimation of plant moisture by water bath method. Okay. Torrent distillation method. So some methods are there. So we estimate the plant moisture. Suppose if it is 50%. So our homeopathy pharmacopoeia laboratory Noida people, they calculate how to add. Suppose if you want to prepare 1 liter of mother tincture of Coffea cruda, 1 liter of mother tincture of Coffea cruda. Okay. So 100 grams of powder of coffee powder should be taken. 100 grams of coffee powder should be taken. Okay. Later 100 ml of water added. 100 ml of water should be added. Why? When coffee seeds are in fresh state, they contain water. So that is why you should add water also as a solvent. Consider as a solvent. Now add alcohol. How many ml? 887 ml. Sorry, 987 ml. 987 ml. So 100 plus 100 is equal to 200. So 800 ml we have to add. The strong alcohol should be added. But evaporation causes some loss of the vehicle. So that's why we add extra 197 ml of alcohol. So plant moisture is considered as solvent. So solute is 100 grams of water. Solute is 100 grams of coffee powder. And what is solvent? Water plus alcohol. In old method, we never add water. There, in old method or in German homeopathy pharmacopoeia, they never consider the plant moisture as a solvent. Here in new method, we consider plant moisture as a solvent. So this point you have to underline. British homeopathy pharmacopoeia considers the natural plant moisture as a solvent while preparing mother tinctures in new method by percolation and maceration. And another point, BHP accepts the drug strength of the mother tincture as 1/10 when it is prepared by new method, percolation and maceration. So the the drug strength of mother tincture in new method is okay. Or suppose belladonna is prepared in new method, what is the drug strength of belladonna? A 1/2, 1/10, 1/100, 1/5000, 1/5000. So then your answer should be the uniform drug strength. Even if it is prepared in new percolation and maceration, then the drug strength is 1/10 only. So BHP or HPS Americans, they accept moisture content as a solvent and they accept uniform drug strength, that is 1/10. The drug strength of new method is, the scale of new method is A decimal scale, centesimal scale, 50-decimal scale, D all. Then answer should be decimal scale, because 1/10 means deci, 10 parts deci, DECA deci. Okay. These 2 points are important. These 2 points are important. And BHP uses different types of alcohols while preparing mother tinctures and dilutions. BHP, British Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia, uses different types of alcohols while preparing mother tinctures and dilutions. And so far, BHP, British Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia, standardized more than 3,000 drugs. More than 3,000 drugs. Okay, in India, only 1125 drugs are standardized. 1125 drugs are standardized. And BHP included in Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1938, 1940, and 1948. So 1938 is the main one. Later 1940, 1948, those are all amendments to that acts, amendments to that acts. And now coming to the Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of United States. Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of United States. First Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia, first edition, was published by Pharmacopeia of American Institute of Homeopathy, was published in 1897. 1897 by Artist Clapp and Son. OTASCLAP. ఆర్టిస్ట్ క్లాప్ అనే అతను వాళ్ళ అబ్బాయి వీళ్ళిద్దరు కలిపి ఫస్ట్ ఫార్మకోపియా హోమియోపతి ఫార్మకోపియా ఫార్మకోపియా ఆఫ్ అమెరికన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ హోమియోపతి 1897 లో పబ్లిష్ చేశారు. 1897. ఇన్ 1901 ద సెకండ్ ఎడిషన్. ఫస్ట్ ఎడిషన్ ఎప్పుడు 1897. ద సెకండ్ ఎడిషన్ 1901 was published and the title was changed to Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of United States. Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of United States. HPUS. So HPUS became official pharmacopoeia, and when it is included in Foods, Drugs and Cosmetic Act. Foods, Drugs and Cosmetic Act. So FDA, Food Drug Agency, Food Drug Agency. Okay. So it is worldwide agency to standardize some drugs in America. Okay. So it is 1938, 1941. After 41 only, American Pharmacopoeia became a official pharmacopoeia. Now, first volume of 8th edition was published in 1979. 1979. Okay. So up to this point only, first pharmacopoeia of American Institute of Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia 1897, you have to remember. And say when the title was changed, 1901, that is second edition. What is the title? Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia of United States. What is the title for first edition? Pharmacopoeia of the American Institute of Homeopathy. Published by whom? Artist Clapp and Son. So when? 1897. And when the title was changed? 1901. What is the edition? Second edition. Okay, HPES. HPES. And what are the other points you have to remember? So HPES also considers plant moisture as a solvent. Plant moisture as a solvent. And fourth point is uniform drug strength. Uniform drug strength. So what is the uniform drug strength? 1 by 10. 1 by 10. Suppose if you see in class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, class 6. Okay, suppose class 1. What is the ratio? 1 is to 1. 1 is to 1. So 1 plus 2, the whole drug is 2. But the original drug is 1. So 1 by 2. Drug strength is 1 by 2, class 1. And class 2, 1 by 2. And class 3, 1 by 6. And class 4, 1 by 10. 1 by 10. And class 5A, class 5B, 1 by 10, 1 by 100. Class 6A and B, 1 by 10, 1 by 100. And class 7, 8, 9, 1 by 10 and 1 by 100. 1 by 10 and 1 by 100. 1 by 10 and 1 by 100. So different drug strengths are there in old method. But in in new method, uniform drug strength, that is 1 by 10. Uniform drug strength, that is 1 by 10. So these 4 points you have to remember regarding homeopathy pharmacopoeia of United States. Homeopathy pharmacopoeia of United States. So new method is followed by homeopathy pharmacopoeia of United States. Homeopathy pharmacopoeia of United States. Okay. So that is regarding Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia. So Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia of India is in your syllabus. British German Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia is in your syllabus, and Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia of United States is in your syllabus, and British Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia is in your syllabus. Okay, all these five pharmacopoeias are very important for MCQs and short notes. MCQs and 5 marks questions, and 10 marks question is Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia of India. Homeopathy Pharmacopoeia of India. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Sir, is the class completed, sir?
1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
No, sir, you can take time, sir. No problem, sir. So thank you all for patient listening. The session is completed. We will see you in the next session. Thank you very much.